All right. Thanks for stopping by. I'm in Zion National Park. It has been raining like crazy. I just got a flash flood alert on my phone when I started the video. So I got up this morning in the rain and decided to break camp over at the Bryce Canyon campsite and start heading this way. I figured it's going to rain all day. If I'm going to be stuck in the van, I might as well be driving. But we just got a break in the rain, so I thought I would pull over and get in some video shots. And you can see the creek down there just flooding up with muddy water. Look at this place. This place is gorgeous. Let's see if we can scale up the side of this rock. That wasn't so bad. Check out these vistas. So I've never seen pictures of Zion in the rain. It's always sunny and clear. So I thought this would be a great chance to get out and get some video. It's a little different than everybody else's. Check out the top of the Matty Wagon there. Have you ever been interested in what the top of the Matty Wagon looked like? Well, that's it right there. Zion is very crowded. This is the only spot where cars aren't just backed up bumper to bumper. And they give you really small little pullouts to get out and take pictures and stuff. And the tunnel is incredible. I mean, they didn't really think about it when they built it. They built it too narrow. So they have to stop traffic, one lane of traffic, for when those wide Class C's want to come through, because they can't fit in there with other cars. So that took about 30 minutes just to get through the tunnel, just sitting in traffic. This is a nice perch I've got going on here. Good views up here. It feels like it's starting to sprinkle again. I mean, we've had some crazy rain. You know, I told you we needed a lot of rain. We've been getting it. It started last night about midnight. And this morning when I got up, I didn't get up till 8 o'clock. I was sleeping so good with that rain. And I'd already put away the tent and all that stuff. Good thing, because it's not fun putting away a wet tent, and breaking camp in the rain's hard enough. So at least I had the foresight to go ahead and break the tent down, pack it up. So I didn't really have too much to pack away this morning before I headed out. So I went on through the park and exited the park, and I was looking for a campsite that was supposed to be there. And after about an hour-long goose chase, turned out they had closed down all that land for revegetation. So I continued on down here to Hurricane, Utah, and I have landed in the middle of a giant valley. And I cannot believe I didn't get stuck. The rain continued, and this is that red clay stuff that gets just slick as oil when it gets wet. Look at all that mud on the tires. I got it just caked around everything. And one time I had pulled off onto this road that said it was BLM land. And soon as I hit the dirt, the back end of the van slid around and almost past the front of the van. And I thought, oh no, I'm done. I'm so stuck. I put some rocks under the back tires and backed out of the whole thing. I couldn't drive in forward because this is rear wheel drive, and the back of the van kept passing the front of the van. It kept fishtailing around. So I backed out of there and got out of there. I can't believe I made it out. Then I came on down. I guess I'm so far out of the park now, I don't even know if I'm going to go back. I'm a good 30, 40 miles from Zion now. But this is how far I had to go. If that first spot of BLM land hadn't have been so muddy, I could have stayed there, and I'd only been a couple of miles outside of the park. But I just couldn't access it. So I had to keep coming on down, and finally I passed several campsites I couldn't get to because of the mud. So I had to come on down and choose this site. I got one set of neighbors down there in that old baby blue bus. I talked with them before I came in, and he said he got here before the rain started, and now he don't know if he'll be able to get out till it dries out. And I asked him if he'd been down this road yet. He said, no, hasn't checked it out. I said, all right, I'm going to go check it out. Wish me luck. And I came on down. I guess I'm only a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile from him. And I found this site. And I said, I better take this because I don't want to risk it any further. The road looks pretty muddy down a little further in the distance. So I thought I'd just take this. All the campsites are the same, it's just nothing but sagebrush out here. But what you do get is these beautiful vistas. They don't get much rain out here in these cloudy days like this, so I'm glad I'm getting to experience it, because usually you're just out here in the blazing sun. Now tomorrow this will probably blow on over and it'll be completely sunny. I don't know what the temps will be. The elevation is only 3,800 feet, but it's chilly right now. I'm thinking it's about 64 degrees. Cell service is fantastic here. I have 5G because there are cell towers all along the ridge behind me. I plan to be here for 2 or 3 days. I cannot leave the area. I have a package coming into St. George, Utah, which is not too far away. And I have to hang around the area until that package comes in. So I am getting to experience the high desert in the rain. I cannot believe how slick this ground gets. It's incredible. Let's zoom in on my neighbors here. Look at that old bus. Baby Blue Mansion. Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to travel around this place until it dries out a little bit. That bus has got a lot of weight on it. It would just bog straight on down into the dirt. But I'm glad I came here. I spent 11 days at the last campsite. I don't think I've ever stayed anywhere 11 days. I think 10 was my top time on one campsite. So here's the pan around. I got plenty of room to spread out this place. So I did hear back from the e-bike company. You know, I sent out an email to them, and it was the Sonata company. And I chose them because Bud Butcher emailed me and said he got one from that company and he really likes it. So they sent me back an email and said, hey, we checked out your YouTube channel and we think you would be a great fit for a review. So it's in the works. I don't know how long it'll take to get one. I don't even know where I'm going to have it shipped. I may wait and have it shipped to my dad's house because I'll be going to visit him the very end of September. So that would be a good place to receive it because he's got a big yard I could test out in, and his neighborhood has a good mix of hills and flat ground. So I could do a really good demonstration and review on it there. And then I'll spend about a week with him visiting. And then I got to go to Nashville on October the 6th through 12th. I got some things to wrap up there. And then after that, I'm heading back out toward Arizona. It'll be mid-October and the weather will be perfect. And I'll be meeting up with you guys in the desert, I hope. If it keeps on raining, I'm going to be stuck. I mean, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere because just getting back to the main road is going to be pretty difficult. I am probably a total of about a mile down this campsite driveway road, and it takes you back to a main road that is maintained pretty well. It's got some gravel thrown on it. It's really bumpy and it's really washboard, but at least it has the gravel on top so I won't get stuck. But just getting back to that road would be quite a challenge if it keeps on raining. But I'm stocked up pretty well on food and water, so I'm not worried about it a bit. I mean, if I get stuck here for a week, I'll still be okay. I'd like to make another run back through Zion, but the gas up here is so expensive. It's more expensive than I've seen it in probably 6 or 7 weeks. But once I leave this area and go down toward Flagstaff, gas will be a lot cheaper in Arizona, and it'll continue to get cheaper as I leave Arizona and head toward Georgia. It'll get cheaper and cheaper as I go, especially through Texas and Louisiana. I think they always have the cheapest gas. You know, I was thinking about all the abuse I had put the Matty Wagon through in the last few months. From Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and now Utah. It's been some really rough terrain, and I have really beat this van up the last few months. So while I'm at my dad's house, I might take it in and get a rotating balance. And I don't really think it needs an alignment. I don't know how it's still in alignment, but it seems to be. And while I'm there, just get him to check out, you know, the wheel bearings and suspension and ball joints and things like that. Now, you cannot grease the chassis on this van. It's all sealed up. All the new cars are like that. I don't know if I really like that or not, But they tell me when it's sealed, it keeps the dirt out better than the non-sealed, the kind that you can grease, and they actually last longer. But, you know, when they get dry, you can't grease them. You got to replace them. So that's just an extra expense. But I'm going to get all that checked out, I think, while I'm there. Everything else I'm up to date on maintenance on. All right, my friends. Let's zoom in one last time on my neighbors, and we'll wrap it up. Take care. Be well. Smash the bell.